So I would like to entitle this video Building on the Work of Bill Overtone. Now, Bill Overtone is another channel that you can watch where you will find truth. And Bill has had some good words to say about me, and I have good words to say about him and his channel. But what I'd like to propose to all viewers, especially those who create videos, that we can build upon each other's work. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you can imagine the construction of a wall with bricks, and perhaps I lay a few bricks down on the ground, and you see those bricks, and you say, you know what I've got to say, I can build upon the channel that I just watched. So I wish to build upon the work that Bill Overtone has presented to us. And to do that, I'm going to take you to a master deceiver called Billy Graham. Now, I have done some videos, lots of videos on Billy Graham. They're scattered throughout my channels. Billy Graham is a masterful deceiver, and I do believe his origins are from England, and out of that Longines NewsHour show, I have a video where I try to identify Billy Graham very early on, prior to becoming a, quote, successful evangelist. But I'll leave that go for now, and I'll try to just go ahead and take you through the steps of this whole idea of building upon one another's work. So this comes from a crusade that was held, I believe, in 1993. The title of the sermon is When the Chips Are Down, Can You Survive? And it's Billy Graham. He's going to talk to us about Daniel chapter 3. But before he gets there, he's going to mention a hoax liar in the hoax lie system. Listen in.
Now at this time, Nebuchadnezzar was the king of Babylon, and he was the greatest of all the kings, probably, that ever lived. And he conquered Jerusalem. And he takes some Jewish captives among the young men, many of them in their middle or late teens. They were scientifically inclined. He takes them back to Babylon to train them to help him as he builds his empire. Very much like the Soviets and the Americans after World War II. They took German scientists. I remember one of them was Werner von Braun, who made a great contribution to the American military power. And I remember sitting with Werner von Braun not long before he died. We were at a banquet in Los Angeles at the Century Plaza Hotel, and my wife and I happened to be at the table with him, and we'd known him quite a long time. And he told us how, intellectually, he had come to believe in Jesus Christ as his Lord and Savior. Not just by faith alone, but he became convinced that there was a God, and that drove him to study the Bible and the New Testament, and he came to know Christ as his Savior. Now, among the captives of Nebuchadnezzar, there were a number of top young Jewish men.
Okay, so you should find it very curious that Billy Graham is friends with presidents, politicians, celebrities, scientists, and on the list goes. And almost every time Billy Graham is on the television, he will mention some type of an association with some other hoax liar, and they put the spotlight on each other. So Billy Graham is trying to establish credibility for this one called Werner von Braun. Now, that's where we go to Bill Overtone's channel. And you can find it right there, Bill Overtone. And the video cited right below there is actually me. He's having an appreciation video for my work on one of my channels called War Backwards is Raw, War Backwards equals Raw. Those two channels I host, I run. And Bill is saying a nice word about me in that video. But we're going to come back to that here in just a minute. So what I want to do is take you to the playlist that Bill has. And on the playlist, you will see the Werner von Braun videos. So we're going to play this one where he initially discovers
Hey man, this is a video from the seaside. This is the beautiful Black Sea. This is a very short video. I'd like to show you something. I'd like you to take a look. Yeah, so take a look at this guy. I just seen this in a newspaper. Take a look at this guy, which is Elvis's father. Does this guy look any familiar with anyway? So say, yeah, sorry, does this guy look familiar to anyone you know? Let me show him again to you. Yeah, let me show him again to you. Yeah, this guy, Elvis's father, man. Does this guy look familiar to you? It's just a hunch. I think this is Werner von Braun.
So let me commend Bill and anyone who gets a hunch. Pursue it, because the hoax liars are notorious for their staged costume characters that they play. So Bill, I really want to commend you for getting a hunch and pursuing it.
This is just my speculation right now. So yeah, greetings from the seaside. I'll make another video on it by using the pig tree, yeah.
Okay, so let's go to that other video that Bill did.
Hello, hey man. I'm just having fun with this peak tree of similarity meter. My starting point is this discussion which I had with this guy, which is my friend Plato's Kiev Revisited. This was,
by the way, that's another one of my channels. So I've got several names on the YouTube, and Bill is actually talking about me right now. And I'd like to thank you, Bill, for classifying me as your friend. Yes, we all need to be friends, because this whole crazy world is enough to drive all of us crazy. We can keep each other sane. So yes, Bill, thank you for giving me the title friend. And the title goes back to you too, my friend Bill. And others, I'd like to encourage others that are watching this to do what I'm doing right now with other channels, and let's get together. Let's try our best to work together. We can respect one another's differences, respect one another's views. And the reason we need to respect each other is because of this. Nothing is 100% certain, which means we have to have what's called in statistical analysis a margin of error. Yes, I acknowledge I have a margin of error on all my videos. Back to Bill.
the question that I put in. Would you say 50% similarity on peak tree is a sign you are on the money? I am asking as a general rule, or is a higher percentage required? Yes, 50% is good. due to makeup and additional plastic pieces added to the face and hair pieces. 50% is decent. Along with other clues, 50% can be enough to nail to the wall some liar. So this is my starting point. 50% in Pictriv is fine. Yeah, okay, this is my friend's opinion. Let us just compare Werner von Braun, yeah, Werner von Braun with Vernon Priestley, yeah, which is Elvis's father. Get it? Werner von Braun, Werner von Braun, Vernon. You got Vernon. Okay, let's just use the similarity meter by Pictriv. I have some pictures here prepared, so I'll use this picture for Vernon Priestley, and I'll use this picture for Werner von Braun, yeah, and this is the happy family, yeah, with Elvis, the military Elvis, yeah. So let us just start. I'll start with this picture here, upload image. Let me just take the one. So Elvis's father, yeah, open. Detecting faces, oh yeah, this is our guy. And here, let's just put Mr. Werner. Let's just see what the similarity meter says. Detecting faces, yeah. Similarity, 66% if I'm not mistaken. Of course, I've done this before. 66% similarity. And what did Plato's Scale Revisited say? 50% is good enough to nail the liar to the wall. So here we have 66%. Are they the same dude? You tell me, you do your additional studies, because this is not really my piece of cake. Yeah.
So let me interject a comment about the Pictriv. It's not faultless. It is not perfect, but it is a pretty good instrument to use. And in my view, once you get above 50%, you're in the territory of nailing somebody to the wall, as I wrote to Bill back as Plato's Cave Revisited. The higher the percentage, the better for your case that you wish to make. But I no longer worry about high percentages, because a lot of times there can be some flaws in the photos themselves. And of course, in their hoax lie system, they use a lot of different things, prosthetics, changing of the hair, maybe doing some various work to confuse you about the one who's playing the role. So I don't worry too much about that. If you can see it for yourself with your own eye, then you've got a really wonderful case to make. And as soon as Bill showed that photograph when he was by the Black Sea, I saw it immediately. I didn't need the Pictriv. However, the Pictriv gives you confidence, and he was correct. As soon as he picked up that crumpled up newspaper and saw Elvis's father, it clicked in his mind. And you can do the same as what Bill did, and you can do the same as what I do, and you can find many of these yourself. It's not that difficult. You just have to have keen discernment, and Bill had some keen discernment.
And you tell me your opinion. And here, let me just upload again. Let me just use Vernon von Priestley. Vernon Priestley, yeah, detecting your face. And here, let me just use another picture for Vernon von Braun, which I didn't use before. Let me see what the meter says. Yeah, similarity 55%. Yeah, this.
So what Bill did is really great, and I do that a lot too. Mix it up a little bit and see what your results are. And if your results are consistently pretty high, above 50%, and in the 60% is really great, then you know you've got something, okay?
This is interesting. Here we have 66%, here we have 55%. Pretty good though. I guess this was a younger Vernon. Yeah, so you tell me your opinion. 55%, 66%.
So I also like how Bill will show you the pun on the names, because they're obligated in their hoax lie system to give you clues. And picking up on the clue of the name of the so-called famous rocket scientists, and also the name of Elvis's father, gives you even further evidence that you're on the right track.
Vernon von Braun and Vernon Priestley. Yeah. Definitely something here, if not the same guy. If you're not with the actor-based reality idea, then you'll have to explain this by some type of bloodlines or clones or something, because they do seem to be.
Well, just a word about bloodlines. Now, not necessarily saying about biologically they're related. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about spiritual bloodlines. And it's from the seed of the serpent. Anyone who abides under the teaching of the devil and worships the devil, they are of the seed of the serpent. Now, the way out of that is to abide under the seed of the woman who will give birth to the Messiah, the Lord Jesus Christ. So, bloodlines, yes, but I'm talking a little bit differently here, but building on the work, the fine work of Bill Overtone. So I'm going to conclude this, and we're going to go to one other of his videos. So hang in there with me, and if it's a little too much for you to watch, you can bail out right now, because I know sometimes the watch time bothers people and they want short videos, and I'm not really a short video type person.
From the same clan or something. Yeah. Bye bye. See ya.
Okay, so now we're going to go to this one here, and once again, when Bill does this appreciation video, he's actually speaking about me, all right, because I have several channels, and this is the one I was uploading on at the time.
Hello, this is an appreciation video for
let me say now, I'm going to let it play because it's Bill's work, because he's giving a compliment to me, so I'm going to let it play. But it's the latter half of this video that ties in with the Wernher von Braun. So just hang in there and let Bill go on with his words about me. But the latter half, he's going to tie it again together about Elvis's father and Wernher von Braun.
My friend, war backwards is Ra, war backwards equals Ra, and the other channels. Of course, I appreciate your work. I always did. Very nice work. Although we don't have to agree on everything, but your work is fine work and is adding value to truth. This is one of his videos, things that mutate. Very, very good work. Yeah. And yeah, and this is the video that he made yeah, for shouting out my my channel. Let me see, spotlight on Bill Overtone. I really appreciate this, and yeah, what can I say? Thank you. I appreciate this a lot. Yeah, as you said, we need each other in this lonely path, which is a path for truth, because truth is not offered by so-called science, by mainstream media, by mainstream stuff in general. It's not something you can find on mainstream, and to simplify it, you have a lot of unanswered questions, a lot of things that don't make sense, and that's because the truth is escaping us. Yeah, this is a long talk. Thanks again, sir, for this incredible spotlight on video. I appreciate it a lot, and you caught me by surprise. Yeah, and of course I appreciate you doing this for other channels, for Mayor, yeah, for Dave J, of course, and for John Cheatham, South Africa. Yeah. So this is a very nice gesture. In the second part of this appreciation video, I'd like to talk about a video that something that I had here. Let me show it to you on my channel about a video. One of my videos with Vernon von Braun being Elvis's father, Vernon Priestley. You have also a name similarity, and I have a comment here that I'd like to show you. A comment by you're not here, excuse me, this video entitled Elvis von Braun on the same subject, about the user Mamma Mia, who said maybe he is Nelson Rockefeller. And I said, let's test this by the picture, yeah. And I took the picture of Nelson Rockefeller, which was a vice president of the USA. I didn't know this anyway. And I compared it with the Vernon Priestley picture, and I have 66% similarity, man, which is the same similarity I had in my Vernon Braun video, yeah. If you take a look. So this is my older video, yeah, where I had 66% similarity between Vernon Priestley and Vernon von Braun. So the same similarity I have with the picture for Nelson Rockefeller, if I'm not mistaken. That is his name, I guess. Nelson Rockefeller, yeah, interesting name. With Vernon Priestley, and then I said, let me apply the peak tree also for Nelson Rockefeller and Vernon von Braun. And looky here, I have 27% similarity, which is odd. Yeah, 27, which is the double 7. 66, which is if you add 6 by 6, you get the 12, which is the triple 7. Anyway, I'm just going a bit into the number code. I don't exactly know what this means. Yeah, this is the number code of Dave J, of course. But then I said, yeah, maybe this is the picture which is showing me this 27% similarity. And then I said, let me apply the picture with the same picture that I had in my video, which is this picture of Vernon von Braun. Yeah. So I applied the similarity meter, between Nelson Rockefeller and Vernon von Braun with this picture of Vernon von Braun, which is the one that I used in this video. And then when I apply the similarity, guess what? 66%. So really, I don't know what to make out of those results. Maybe they have several actors playing certain characters. It might be anything, but maybe something's off with this picture here. Maybe something's off. I don't know. But by using the same picture that I used in my Vernon Braun video, I have also 66% similarity. So 66% similarity between Vernon von Braun and Vernon Priestley is the same similarity of Nelson Priestley, of Nelson Rockefeller with both Vernon von Braun and Vernon Priestley. Yeah, so this is interesting. So I'd like to ask for the opinion of or backwards a YouTuber, yeah, and for the opinion of John Cheatham, and yeah, who else wants to?
So Bill Overtone is asking for my opinion, and my opinion is, Bill, you did a great job. You nailed him. Yes, Nelson Rockefeller plays Elvis's father and Warner von Braun. There's no limit to what they can do. Now I'll refer you back to the work of Dave Johnson. Dave showed us that Abraham Lincoln was Jefferson Davis. Jefferson Davis was Abraham Lincoln. Furthermore, Abraham Lincoln was John Brown, the dude that raided the arsenal and wanted a slave revolt. Yes, they can play multiple roles in hoax history. Now remember, they have a certain amount of time on Earth as far as their age goes, and they may want to have a lot of fun. And they have fun by doing this, by playing these roles and fooling the American public or any public of any country. They get their kicks out of it, their jollies, they get their enjoyment out of staged history. So yes, my view is Nelson Rockefeller plays Elvis's father, and he plays the so-called rocket scientist Warner von Braun. So I would like to thank Bill for his work, and I'd like to thank the individual that Bill mentioned in the comment section who added to this and allowed for even further revelation of these liars and these hoaxers. So my friend out there, whoever you are watching this, try to build on the work of another that you know offers truth. It doesn't mean that the two of you or three of you agree on everything, but once we get some commonality, let's all try to build upon one another's work and try our best to get it out there so that as many people as possible can be helped by the work that we do. Thank you for watching this video. End of video.